Hi everyone, this is going to be a video about my first language lessons, a review on the book. We haven't finished it, but Ivana wanted a review on it, of what it's like. So I'm just going to give you like a little short review when I finish the actual whole book with my son. I will do a more extensive about it. So pretty much this book, it has 100 lessons in it. The lessons are very short. They're really, really short. And I use it pretty much like for grammar for my first grader. It gives him, so far it has given him like poems. It is really repetitive. So what he learns, he'll be doing over and over. So I like it. Some people might not like that about it, but I do like it because in him repeating what he is learning, it's sticking to his head. Like in the first lesson, it teaches him the definition of a noun. And then it's also at the same time teaching him like how to answer back in a complete sentence. So I asked him, you pretty much explain to him. Let me see. It might be easier if I actually do the lesson with you. So it tells you here, like the instructor says, everything has a name. I will read the definition of a noun aloud to you 3 times. So then it gives you the definition in bold. And you read that to your child 3 times. And then it tells you again, instructor. So wherever it says instructor, those are the words that you pretty much read to your child. So it says, we will talk about persons first. You are a person. Are you a boy or a girl? So when I asked my son that question, his response was a boy. That is not a complete sentence. So you have to kind of encourage him to, like I had to encourage him to answer me back in a complete sentence. And so I've taught him to do the sentences completely, like I am a boy. In me doing this and me doing a few lessons from the book, he is answering now in full sentences. And when he goes to write, he catches himself and he corrects himself and actually makes it a full sentence. There's times when he doesn't want to write a full sentence, and it's okay because now I know that he can. So I'll let him skip once in a while. Another thing that the book has, it has little poetry like this one. So you're to teach your child like oral poetry, things that they will repeat. Like this one, he had to repeat it twice a day, and every day he does the same thing. He repeats his poem twice, and next day the same thing until they memorize it, and then they can say it back to you with title, author, and the poem and the whole poem. Another thing, then it goes into his common nouns. So, like it tells you here, you do the poem review, and it will tell you up there. It tells you the notes to instructor, extra things. And you pretty much go along with whatever it says. Instructor does it. If it says together, it means you both say the same thing. But as you can see, you're repeating stuff over again as you're learning new definitions. It has enrichment activities. So these are things that you do after you do here. I did, in the beginning, he did not do anything like on paper. He hasn't done anything on paper until he got to where his name, and I saw that, hey, wait a second. He knew his first name, he knew his last name, but he did not know his middle name. So I had to have him write that a few times. It has stories. So you read the story, and then pretty much you have like questions to ask him and see if he comprehended. And when they answer back, it's in a complete sentence. So as you can see, like it's teaching them to answer. And at the same time, I figured, hey, it teaches them to write it. So they're hearing proper language, the way you're supposed to be writing, the way you're supposed to be talking. So it has helped my son quite a bit. Like I said, I cannot tell you too much because we really have not gone too far. Can only go up to where I've been. This lesson was about just a picture. So he had to pretty much look at the picture and think about what was happening in the picture and actually answer questions according to what he saw. So that was what that lesson was about. And I think these lessons probably take us maybe 15 minutes, the most so far. Most of the time less than that. Once you get a really hang of it, it's really quick. The Lion and the Mouse. Oops, sorry. Did not mean to show you that. This is family names. So like this is where my son is pretty much at right now, is learning that family names are proper nouns. That's what he's doing now. He's got a new poem that he has to memorize. Excuse me. And it keeps going like that. It has more, like more into the family and the cousins, and then it goes back to ask him about the caterpillar poem, which he's now doing the second poem, yet he still has to remember the first poem. So even though you're learning new things, you're also going back to what you already knew. And that is pretty much for the whole book. As like I've looked into farther in the book, and it's still asking you about things you learned back then. This book also has copy work. So towards the end of the book, he will be doing copy work. So he will be writing in a piece of paper, making like this one has a spelling and pronunciation of February because it's difficult for them, things like that. Here he has to make two lists of the months in order. So over here he's got to copy names of family members. There's like little simple things that they do. You're teaching them to write their full name. You're teaching them to write letters. Things like that. I don't know what else to say. So if you want to know anything else about it, just ask me. This is the first time I put a video of a review, so I don't know if I'm even doing it correctly. So if there's anything else you want to know about the book, just let me know. Another thing that I can tell you is, as you can see, look, this is like lesson 87. Sorry. And oh my goodness, I can't turn it. And then there was the story, and then you have the questions, and then you got copy work over here in lesson 88. So it gets a little bit harder, but not too hard. The book is for first grade level, so it's really not that hard. I'm trying to get to the last lesson. Here is actually saying a may I game, so it teaches them even how to be polite when they ask questions, which is pretty nice. Exclamatory sentences. Where is... No, it goes... Okay. So this is the lesson 100. So here it has identifying sentences in the groups. So here he has to actually identify a sentence. And then over here you have a final grammar review. So at the end of the book, it's actually going to give you a review to give to your child. And it's actually based on everything that he has learned in all this book. So by the time he takes this, he will know everything that's in this book. So that's it. That's pretty much it. Do I like the book? Yes, I do like the book. Once we are done with this book, I do plan on getting the level 2. I'm not in a hurry. We only do it 4 days a week. Sometimes we do it 5 days. I know it's like easy to do. Like it doesn't take... he likes to do math a lot and things like that. And I have him do so many other things like science and history and stuff. So I'm taking it easy on this because he's getting some grammar and things like that in other areas in the other subjects. So this is to fill in what I don't remember to cover with that. And it is helping. It's helping him write. It's helping him answer it. And, properly the way he should be doing. Some people don't like to start, this early. But if it's simple, like I think this is simple, I like it. I really do like it. So I will be getting level 2, but it could be, you know, middle second grade, because we won't be done this by the end of the school year. I might do it in the summer, or I might just wait for second grade and finish off the book. So anyways, if you have any questions, please leave them down below, and I'll try to get more information for you. Thank you for watching.